G'day flatties and globe defenders, it's Critical Thing from Down Under. Just a few days ago, JTolan Media1 put out a video about measuring the radius of the Earth. A little bit strange for a flat earther to even acknowledge that the Earth has a radius, but there's a good start. However, as per usual JTolan Media style, he's fudged the numbers and got it wrong. And of course, none of the flat earthers would know any difference. They just don't know how to do maths or anything like that. Geometry goes way over their head, so they wouldn't have a clue. They're just there to be sheep and follow along. So this spreadsheet is the one that JTolan Media did, and you can see that he did some calculations and arrived at a number of 6920 for the radius of the Earth, which is of course way too high. That's in miles, 6920 miles he's calculated it out as. Way too high, suits the flat earth narrative, and all the flat earthers, they wouldn't have a clue. They wouldn't know if their backside was on fire. But there they all lap it up. However, some of the calculations are in fact wrong, and this is the beauty of the peer review process and the scientific method, is other people can check your work and find out if you've got it right or wrong. And in this case, of course, JTolan Media1 has it wrong. Again? I hear you say, again? But anyway, I'm going to show you now exactly how he got it wrong. I've duplicated this spreadsheet to produce the same wrong result. So what this spreadsheet is all about, he's got 6 sites that he measured from, and they're all at slightly different distances from the target. He's recorded his angles measured to the target, and an angle greater than 90 degrees here is a dip down, a very slight dip down. And then he's called this elevation angle, but it's actually not elevation. If you think of it, it's actually a dip angle, but let's just call it elevation angle. He has to make a height adjustment because his target point is actually 82 feet above his elevation. So we'll take a look at that in the slide that he presents in the video. So there you can see that the peak that he's targeting is 3,035 feet above sea level, and his observation elevation is 2,953. So that makes that 82 feet there. So we have to allow for this 82 feet when calculating the angle to this point here, which is the level for where he is. Well, it's actually not level, but it's the same elevation. And so he's measuring a dip angle to that same elevation. So he has to make this adjustment. The elevation angle is height adjusted. And then he applies the formula to come up with the Earth radius. So using this elevation angle, he works out what the Earth radius is in miles. And as you can see, he's come up with a ridiculously large number, which is wonderful as it suits the story of the flat Earth. But, you know, it's actually wrong. So how did he get this wrong? Well, when calculating this Earth radius, he's shown the formula in the video, and you actually have to convert degrees to radians to feed it into the sine function, which works on radians, and he's done that quite correctly by the looks of that, although I do get slightly different numbers. I'm not sure why that is, but very conveniently, there's another mistake in this spreadsheet. He's forgotten that when you take the arctan of something, which is this 82 feet, the result is in radians and it's not converted to degrees. So actually this number is much lower than what it should be. And you notice here that his standard deviation is 181.5 and his average Earth radius is 6,919 miles, which is out by a large factor. It's 50% higher. So very convenient. There's a mistake in the spreadsheet and hey presto, the globe doesn't work. But it's not the globe that doesn't work, it's the maths that doesn't work here because an error was made. So here is the error here. If we correctly convert this to degrees, you see in this one here the angle down is actually 0.12 degrees. And we replicate that down to the bottom and all of a sudden the numbers are very much more representative of the radius of the Earth as we know it. So, but that's not all. The standard deviation is much lower, so the numbers are fitting a lot better. This is not a coincidence. Really, it's because before, when we're using the wrong numbers, then it will spread the data a bit more because as the distance change, the wrong numbers will have more effect. So we put the right numbers in. The radius comes out pretty close, but then we think about refraction. If we have standard refraction 7/6R and we take account of that, we end up with a number that's 3,765.5 miles, which is close to 3,959 miles, which is the accepted value of the radius of the Earth around about that area. So that's only 4.9% away from the actual value. So if you just correct the mistakes, you find that the measurements confirm the globe as we know it to be. Funny about that. And what do you think when we go to his next slide? He's got the numbers wrong already. So this is just complete bollocks now because it's based on incorrect information. And so how are you going to know any of this is correct? It's definitely not because the previous calculation is incorrect. So that makes this incorrect. And some of the other numbers there are questionable, but I haven't bothered to look into it too deeply because got as far as this. He's basing the whole rest of the video and his silly treatise on refraction. Doesn't take any notice of the science on refraction, but it's all irrelevant and invalid because his base calculations are incorrect. Now I measured the radius of the Earth myself. I did it from this photo. If you want to know how I did it, you can go to this video that I'll link in the description. Here's the number I got. I've got 7,213 kilometres. If you allow for 7/6R, is 6,182 kilometres. And I'll take myself out of the picture there. And so you can see that my calculated result was in 3%. So, there you go. And you know what happens when a flatty puts out a video? Doesn't matter the content. Nobody fact checks it. Nobody knows if it's right or wrong. The flatties are just happy. They're just happy to see that the result is flat. So, and you know what's going to happen in the comment section, don't you? You know that it's just going to be an echo chamber. So the video is full of comments. They say the flatties say that us globe earthers are indoctrinated and, we're like sheep. Well, none of these flat earthers have found out what the mistake is. None of them know how to check. They just follow on like sheep. Who's the indoctrinated ones? Yes, look at that. Praise galore. Very incredible work. So, I noticed there was a comment down here. Even Dr. John D's here somewhere. There he is. Oh, even he can't work out that there's what the mistake is. So they're all just patting each other on the back. And Jesse Kozlowski left a comment here which sums it up really well. I'll just read some of that. The comments made by JTolan Media1 fans tell the story. Nothing but praise. No questions asked. But when a surveyor shares measurements made with surveying instruments, these same people launch attack campaigns, questioning and dismissing all of it. Now, suddenly, the same instruments are in the hands of JTool, and they are wonderful tools providing evidence they love and cheer over. Even the plain truth is asking to collaborate with JT. Oh my goodness me, the plain truth, his mouth's going to be watering, the saliva coming up. When he sees all those numbers, he thinks, his eyes going to go wide. He's going to say, oh my goodness. He's going to think that JTolan Media1 is going to be able to fudge the numbers and make his Etherman bollocks look good. Oh my goodness. So, there you have it. JTolan Media1. Are you going to correct your mistake? Or are you just going to continue this fraud of yours? It's up to you. Let's just see what happens.